That's your paradise? Birds of Paradise? That's
Yes,
nightmare
my-
fuel.
what do
That's
you
like
mean, a
Alfred
full-
Hitchcock.
You're taking that game a little bit more seriously.
I'm gonna be the guy to tangent off of, even though I'm supposed to keep us on track here. Welcome to WWB Ward Wide Broadcast. This is episode 60, and as everyone knows, we get to have our favorite Marty from the Ward staff on with us today.
Still not Q.
Yeah, still not Q. All right, you know what? Hey, we're still holding out. Maybe one day we'll be able to. We have to cash in enough ward points to get Q. You know what I mean? It's like one of those grind games. You might get lucky one time. But anyway, Marty, welcome back on. It's been a little bit. I mean, we've had Gen 3 release, we've had Gen 3 sell out. I mean, in a short span, everyone's enjoying it. It seems like. I mean, a lot of people are completing their 150s. I guess, you know, why don't we just touch real quick on how you feel about it right now, which is Gen 3 and where you guys are at.
People are blasting through their 150 on Gen 3. We are getting more submissions every single week. We're backed up on sending out all the mats. They are coming. Don't worry. Just there's a lot of them. I think I'm being able to add everybody in on Discord so they get into the 150 club. And then I'm just going to do a PSA. If you get the 150, you do not just post it in like the Discord, because there's so many people now that are doing it for all generations. Actually, like we've had a lot of people do like Generation 1 and 2 recently too.
Yeah.
We can't keep track of it when it just shows up on like a Discord feed. So we need you to send an email to the contact us at wardcardgame.com and make sure to send the pictures or video or whatever you're going to do normally for the Discord. Send that, and then we need name, address, all shipping info and all that kind of stuff, and then what playmat you want to get. So.
Not a whole heck of a lot if you're getting something of good value out of it. So it's like, it doesn't take much for everybody. So again, like Marty was saying, just make sure you go through all those things, send all that stuff to them on their email, and then on top of that, post it in the Discord too. Even though, like you said,
continue posting it in the
yes,
Discord.
We love to see it.
It makes it really hard for us, when someone posts it and then 40 people comment on it, and then I lose track, and it's like, why? I thought I had a 150 inside here, and I don't scroll up enough or something.
Exactly, but like you said,
I would
it's
be horrible if I lost something.
Post it in the Discord to celebrate, and then make sure that you send that stuff, all that information to them on their email, so that you can get your playmat, because you're gonna want that, because you work so hard
totally
for
free.
it.
Totally free playmat.
Exactly, that you worked hard for, so you should probably get that. But moving forward, Marty, we have some things coming up in the future here. So I mean, even though that Gen 3 is sold out for at least you guys, obviously I'm assuming the next printing is being made. But you do have a
The next print has already been ordered, so it is on the way.
And then and also Remastered will be joining that. Obviously we're all anticipating the 18th. Or 18th, 19th? What?
Yep, 18th. 18th. So 18th we have the release of Generation 1 and 2, the remastered. So that is going to be all of the original cards. We did go through. Some of them may or may not have gotten some tweaks and buffs and nerfs. This is the last time we're touching any of it. We will not be going through like Generation 3. I hope to God I don't think we're going through and changing that in the future too. This is what it is now. We've learned from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And everything is just on the new card template. So it will all look the same. It's all our own. No one can look at it and be like, oh, kind of looks like another game. Doesn't anymore. You cannot try and tell me that it looks like anything else. So
I agree.
If you do, I'll fight you. So
Marty's throwing down. Yeah, Marty Bear.
Throwing
you watch
hands.
out. That number actually calls and Marty comes over. And just remember that. No, but I do find that interesting. I mean, what could you kind of go over maybe a little bit of that decision for just like the buffing and remastering of cards? Like, I mean,
so it was just as the years have gone by, it's like we look at some cards and it's like we think it has potential. We originally had it come out to like do a certain thing or for people to play with it a certain way. So some of them, it's nothing major. It might be like they get like a +1 modifier added on to whatever they already have, or like an extra dice roll, or they were a sacrifice. We take away the need to sacrifice. It because we hear what people are saying, and we watch it. We watch the Discord. We listen to people at tournaments and conventions and everything, and it's like, okay, um, this guy really wanted, this card has potential. This is what he was supposed to be, but it didn't quite make it. So let's tweak it around a little bit. Maybe it's gonna get, now it's gonna get the love that it deserves.
Gotcha.
Glarbsenford, we didn't touch him at all. He's still awful. So.
Gotta leave some of those. I was hoping you were gonna leave sack goat awful too, and it's all good. I was like, yeah, we'll just leave it the way it was. But no, I think a lot of people are happy for some of those changes to the cards for sure. I mean, also just for you guys, is this kind of like you saying like, hey, this is what we intend Ward to kind of be, and like you said, with like these card changes, it's like this is kind of like what we should expect. I mean, going forward. So yeah, no,
we're trying not to do the whole. We're trying not to power creep. Obviously, people have seen there is some power creep as far as like abilities and stuff. But we do try and level out. So if it has really good ability, it's gonna have less HP or less armor or awful speed, a bad attack. So we do try and kind of keep all that stuff level, so you don't just get that constant power creep. And we keep on coming up with new, effects, and we watch the Discord and people put something out there. We're like, oh, that'd be a really cool effect. Maybe we do this. Put on something else. That'd be fun.
Right.
So
I think the biggest thing, like you were saying, implementing some of your, what I would call like your unique mechanics in Ward earlier to people, like you were bringing up the last time with crows, where it's like make a common version of limited summon, right? It's like things like that, which I really appreciate. It's like those are the things that I think that it's like, that's like putting a lot of thought into the game of like, oh yeah, we want people to experience these things early on, so that it's like it doesn't feel like, oh, you have to like level up to get to learn about these mechanics. So like that's the kind of stuff that I'm really excited for.
And that was definitely one of the things that we wanted to do, just because we play so many demo games at these conventions. So I'm not going to say I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to name names of this other card game. But I sat down at another bigger card game, and we were at Gamma, and I sat down to learn it. And the guy just starts up saying, so this is really complicated, so I'm just not going to get into this. And then told me about an aspect of the game, and I'm like, well, now I want to know what it is. So taking that was like, yes, okay, we made the right choice, because that was obviously after Gen 3 was already made and sent out. Because when we were doing demos before, we'd sit down and we'd be playing with somebody, and we'd have like a card like Ambush or something, right? And they're like, limited summon, what is that? And they go, oh, it's not really a huge part of the game with demos, because we try not to make it too complicated. But now I'm like, giving them something and making it sound like our game is super complicated. When you get the gist of limited summons, it's not complicated at all.
Right.
It just is like it's like an extra attack.
Yeah, it's like one more step to everything.
Which is why Crow was kind of born out of that. Let's just have a super weak creature come out as a common, make a limited summon, and it can help bigger creatures, but by itself, now someone can get a literal pack rack and have limited summons right out the gate.
No,
anybody can play with them, and they can learn how they work.
Right, and like you were saying, I think going forward, like I think that you kind of fit that formula. I think from like Gen 3, at least one thing that I would say from like Gen 2 and Gen 1 is like, again, you guys are still kind of like figuring out those stats of like, all right, how many dice roll, how much modifier. Like I think you guys are like really honing in on like exactly like what kind of makes it feel like, okay, this feels good, this feels, this doesn't always feel so
like
good.
An actual battle.
Yeah, but again, where it's like you said, like what are meaningful stats for each of our creatures, and why do we do these things? And honestly, like I said, I think it really shines. And honestly, Gen 3, after playing just like the crack packs in Gen 3, I think you get that exact feeling. Like that is what I feel like Ward should be. Like people like to say that Kaiju kaiju like 1v1, like big creature versus big creature. You kind of build up to that, and then it's like the battle kind of progresses. I found myself even in my last match at that last pack crack where me and Joe were actually playing each other, and it was like, yeah, we both got to that point where it was like, all right, time to bring out our final creature, and let's brawl it out. And like that does really build the tension and just the fun at the very end of it, where it's just like, all right, whoever wins here wins.
Slugfest.
Yeah, well, and like you said, getting a bit away from like Gen 1, where it's like there's bouncing, there's all these other, like you were saying, there's just so many mechanics built into Gen 1. That's why it's one thing where it's like, I know Joe is like, you guys want to make sure that all the generations can be playable, but I do think it might get to a point where you guys are like, yeah, these Gen 1 mechanics are
we don't want to just cut Gen 1, but we want to do something about the problem children of Gen 1. Because there is definitely, I mean, look at the whole War Chiefs effect. We gave them that effect because of Gen 1.
Because Gen 1 exists. Exactly. Yeah.
Because everyone was trying, no one wants to play the creator. Nobody wants to play the creator. Nobody wanted to play the Undead King because it was like wrath.
Well, I hear
and then it goes away.
I hear what you're saying, and it makes sense. I mean, obviously, again, if you're talking just casual play, I would say that it's like those things don't feel so terrible. Like a lot of people are like,
yeah, casual play totally different.
They have fun.
If I'm just sitting around with the boys playing and drinking beer, whatever. But if I'm in a tournament and I bring out my big guns, and someone just wraths me, it's like, okay.
And you're like, wow, well, that doesn't feel satisfying. That someone that's all they have to do to stop this thing. Yeah, no, and I hear what you're saying, and yeah, I think just going forward, it's like those will probably be the mechanics that it's like, all right, we don't really see in the game and all that. So, but
yeah, we'll probably shy away from some of that stuff.
But going forward, I mean, like I said, so on the 18th too, you guys have the Ronald McDonald Foundation. That can you kind of
the board game marathon cue the poster that maybe you'll put in. So that'll be on the 18th. It is 10 a.m. till midnight.
Jeez.
And Joe and I are both planning on being there the whole time. We will have some volunteer helpers with us, just to be able to sit down and play with all the people coming in.
Might find Marty sleeping in the rafters somewhere. He's taking a power.
Yeah, see, no, if you bring me one of these, I'll hook you up with something nice. So
that's awesome. But anyway,
we will be doing like demo decks and demo games, but we will have our own personal decks with us too, because we will have, I think, 2 to 3 other people helping us out. So if somebody shows up and wants to play an actual game, bring it on.
And again, where will you guys be at for this? I'm sorry, I just want to make sure.
Oh, it'll be. I'm sorry. You know what? Actually, if you give me 2 seconds, I know it's going to be on the. It's going to be on the poster that you're going to pop up here. But it's in Proctor, Minnesota.
There we go.
It's at the St. Luke's Event Convention Center.
I know. I'm asking you all the hard questions. I'm sorry, Marty, throwing you on the spot.
It's okay.
But
it's over in Proctor.
We'll have something, like you said. There'll be the means and anybody who's interested, like you said. It's just a fun event. It's where everybody, it's casual. Everyone just gets to come experience board games, card games, all those things. It's not just going to be Ward, but obviously, the Ward staff, they really want to promote there, because I'm sure there'll be tons of people that haven't heard of Ward or
lot of it's gonna be like a kids focused event in the in the morning afternoon area, but then all the adults will come out and they'll get to play all their games and stuff. And there's supposed to be, I don't even know off the top of my head. He said there's gonna be a lot of different vendors with their games. And yeah, they're expecting between 500 to 1,000 people to come through just that day. Just in the convention.
From
so
that
there's probably
10 to midnight,
10 minutes, so 14-hour shift. But hey, ain't the first time we've done that, right?
No, yeah, I know. I was about to say, you guys know how to put in the hours.
We're fresh off Gen Con or
right.
Gamma. Sorry, fresh off Gamma, so this is nothing.
If I have the chance to make it, I'd love to make it out there. I mean, like you said, just having all of those
kids. All day.
I know you guys have the demo decks. I'm sure you'll be offering your guys' packs and stuff and boxes and things. So, but at the same time, I'm sure there'll be.
We can't sell anything
so
there,
you have
because
to give away.
It is a charity event, so we're not selling anything, but we will have some things up for the raffle. So if you, I think it's like $1 a ticket, and then you can enter the raffles around the area, around the the convention.
Mhm.
And obviously it's Ronald McDonald House, so they are the guys who collect the soda cans, the soda can
Tops.
top.
Yep.
And it's like bring like a big bag, and you get like 5 tickets, and a bigger bag, and you get like 9 tickets. And then you can enter in all your raffles. But we will be having some raffle giveaway stuff.
Mhm.
May or may not be some Gen 1, Gen 2 boxes.
Ooh,
So,
okay. Well, again,
um,
I mean, it's just fun, like you said. It's giving back to the community, doing charity, and
it's for the kids.
yeah, and giving it all to them exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, if I have a chance to show up too, that's something where I have plenty of bulk and things of common and uncommon cards where it's like I would love to just like hand away.
Oh, absolutely.
Get,
Yes,
like
I'm gonna have 2 boxes and just grab one.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, I just, on the last episode, we were talking to Tristan, and he was talking about how they're building quite a bit of a youth community of Ward players in Minneapolis. So it's like, I wouldn't mind, like you said, it's like every
Nice.
free cards I'm giving away. It's like, okay, these are just kids that now get to play this game, spread it with all their friends, and before you know it, we got a whole generation of people that are like, oh yeah, look at this cool card game Ward, that is
Yeah.
from our area. I mean, again, people love promoting that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, then all of a sudden you're gonna show up to a tournament. You're gonna have a 14-year-old kid kick your butt.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, they'll have all the time in the world to figure out all the cool combos of your guys'
Hey, you
game.
know
I'll
what?
be.
If for every single kid who plays Ward, it's one less kid playing Roblox.
There
So,
you go.
I'll be-
Exactly. That Ward does not require a screen, even if we do have some online tournaments. It doesn't require a screen to play. So no, dude, I love those events. Like you said, I'm glad that you guys are able to participate in that. And like I said, giving back to the community any way you can. Moving on though, we do have a ton of events to talk about. Unfortunately, Iron Range Sports Card Store the 19th, so the day right after. So you guys are not going to get any sleep. You're going to be coming right off of no sleep, but you will be participating in the first ever remastered Gen 1, Gen 2, and then Gen 3 crack pack extravaganza. I almost want to call this thing. It seems like the more gens, at some point I'm going to be saying like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 5. Just like all the generations. There'll be a whole line of them. But anyway, you get to pick from all 3 generations, right? Booster packs. You get 3 packs. Yep. Build your deck, leave 6 cards out from the booster packs. I mean, that'll be a fun event. I mean, again, Billy, me and him have both won a crack pack with the Cabal War Chief. I don't know how strong. I don't think he'll just be the free win. And if you got the Gen 1 and Gen 2,
if you're mixing generations, it might be Cabal War Chief will be.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. I mean, I'm curious. You're participating. What's your what kind of packs?
I'm not actually going to that one.
Oh, for some reason I must have seen you. They put you on the list.
It's my week with the boy, so we're hanging out with him. But Joe will be there. Joe's coming off a 14-hour shift, and then going right back up there and doing a tournament day.
Okay, well Joe will be there. What do you think? Okay, if you were to participate, what packs would you pick then? There, I'll still hit you.
I'd pick a generation. Gosh, I'd probably pick a Gen 3 and then 2 Gen 1.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I don't want
just so I can know people.
Yeah, I don't want to sway people, but I'm actually, if it was up for me, I'm honestly thinking I would just do 2 Gen 3 and then just 1 Gen 1. Just the fact, I think Gen 3 does have the strongest, just like common and uncommon creatures. From what I'm, gathering. Like I said, I think that's one of those areas where you guys, when you were getting into Gen 3, it's like we want to make these cards feel somewhat impactful. You don't like you went from Gen 1 where it was like, here's Skeleton. It's a 30 HP creature with basically no stats, and it's just like
yeah.
But now,
we have the cockroach in Generation 3, but
right.
It's there's fewer fodder cards, I guess.
I like to call them sackables. I want to get the sackables. Yep. It's kind of like Lunchable, but a sackable. They're just little.
Hey, I'm sure
but
sackable.
Yeah, but either way, like you said, I agree. And like but there's still good cards. Like even like Fish Boy is like a common, and he's like it's like a 1/3. I know it's a silly card, but it's a 1/3. It's like pretty good stat. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of the baby dino. I kind of look at that, but at the same time, I like how Gen 2 kind of countered Gen 1, and then like Gen 3 was just just kind of like the new, like, okay, this is what we want Ward to look like. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of think 2 Gen 3 plus the Gen 1. You know, Gen 1 gives me a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of, you know, potential things. Deal with some, maybe.
There's some crazy stuff in Generation 1 that could definitely help in a tournament.
No, that's for sure. But and not that I have anything against Gen 2. I just think that the majority of, like you said, Gen 2 is kind of more like, here, shut my opponent down. And again,
Generation 2 would be like the only cards I'd be hoping for. Generation 2 would be Melody of the Deep and Skull of Silence.
yeah, and obviously if you hit like a creator's gift or some crazy equipment,
that'd be
because
awesome.
I will
With
say
my
there was
luck, it's not gonna happen.
there was a crack pack, like I said. I think his name is Fruit in our Discord, but his name is Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Fruit, and he got a legendary armor. And yeah, I just remember I played him game 1 and just got rolled because of it. And I was like, geez, this feels almost like Flame of the Infinite, you know. But again, Flame of the Infinite, Gen 1. It's like there's just these cards that's just like, oh yeah, those cards if you just get a hold of them. But that's the nice thing about Gen 3, and this is why I prioritize it. I think Gen 3 also has, you know, cards that are at low rarity that can help you deal with a lot of those problematic cards that were in the Gen 1 and Gen 2 crack packs. That it's like, you know, have a negative, or negative where it destroys. Is that, or is it?
Yeah. Where you have to
You just discard it and then pop. And so again, it's just these effects that you didn't really have access to very often in the other generations. And again, having these booster packs too, so you kind of get like an extra card to work with, it will be kind of nice as well. And again, the pull rates. I know a lot of people are talking about the pull rates. I mean, I think, are you guys pretty happy where they've landed with the? Seems like everything's manufacturing well, or I don't know. He's got a smile.
It's. You'll have to talk to Tommy about that one.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk to Tommy about that one.
The 150 club is supposed to be difficult to get.
Do you feel like it's not difficult to get?
Generation 3 right now?
That's fair. I know. I will admit it. It feels like a Cabal War Chief's pulled like every other day.
Yeah. Generation 1. You know what? Hold on here. I'm gonna just pop over here real quick. I just want to see it because I think we have 8s on here.
Hey, no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Generation 1.
You give me a drink break, then I'll take a sip.
Perfect. Okay, so Generation 1. Generation 1 took the first person to hit 9 months. Generation 2 took the first person 5 months.
Mm-hmm. So
Generation 3
took a day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people hit it in the first day.
Yeah. So what's your happy? What's Marty's happy range? If there was, where do you think it needs?
3 months.
3 months? You think so? 5 months maybe.
I think
3 to 5.
5 months is too much. 3 to 5 months I think is the happy part, because that way you're not just like, oh, I'm done. You know, you still got that. I like the thrill of the chase.
That's fair.
Thus is why I'm still trying to hunt down the legacy. I'm still hunting legacy. I want to find them, and I don't care how long it takes. It's the grind of trying to hunt them down that's fun for me. And I know that some people are like, you know, obviously Casey trying to hunt down that bull power, but it's like, it's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah, right.
It's supposed to be hard.
But for you, like with Legacy, it's like there's only so many. Like, well, that's the way I even feel with like Gen 1 Remastered. It's like you guys are not. I shouldn't say Remastered. I don't even know what to call it now at this point. But you guys
the second edition.
Yeah, the second edition of Gen 1. It's like there's only one printing of that, and I would say like if anything, it's probably like one of the least printed, you know, out of all of them. Like Gen 2 had two printings. So
I wouldn't count Legacy as. I wouldn't count Legacy as like a even like available. Like don't even like if you're getting an award and you want to hunt down Legacy, Godspeed. Because
that just makes me sorry. I know I'm gonna hop away a
That's all good.
Give me 1 second here. So like when this gets handed to me at like Ward Bowl, like what does that mean to you, Marty? Does that mean this is a pack that you're looking for, or what?
No, the packs I'm looking for, I don't even have a picture of it.
Is that with the alligator? With the croc?
No, it's a yellow pack.
Oh my god!
With the Ward symbol in the middle, and like red and yellow sunburst coming out of it. Those are the packs I'm looking for. There
Got
are
you.
3 unopened ones that I know of.
It's just yeah, okay. Like I said, you're the crazy guy trying to beat it on like hardcore mode and with
Yeah,
everything. You got all the difficulty turned up all the way, but
choose Strife.
no, but again, I kind of know what you mean. I think Gen 3 definitely. I mean, again, I'm happy that it's available for everybody to like there's obviously the game's gonna grow, so it's like as much as we're sitting here like, oh, that's a lot of Cabal War Chiefs, it's like
Mhm.
that's not a lot of Cabal War Chiefs. Like it's like, if tons of people are getting into the game, it's like, yeah, at some point they're still
Yeah, like
scared.
we're sold out. We're sold out of Gen 3. We're sold out.
Yes.
Distributors still have it. Local game stores, you can still buy Gen 3, don't worry. Um, but there were still so many. Like there were so many. I mean, think about when like someone pulled like a Undead King. It was like, oh,
Mm.
it's an Undead King, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, here's
Like
another foil war chief.
yeah,
So
yeah. Here's another just
yeah.
a war chief, right? It's like everybody was like, I got a war chief, I got a war chief, which again I like because I'm a competitive player. I want people to have access to these cards. I don't want it to feel like it's
Yeah.
like there's only 4 creators and it's like only
Oh yeah, yeah.
and again, that's kind of how at least I feel like for Gen 1 reprint was kind of that way, and like it just, and then on top of it, it's like some people got multiple copies of them when there's people that are just like, I need a creator. We
Yep,
don't have to
yep.
talk about the creator mayhem or of everybody trying to find the creator, but you get what I
Yeah.
mean. I like what you mean. It should be an achievement hard to reach. I still think
Mhm.
like even with Gen 3, like I know what you're saying, maybe that was a little too much, but I'm sure maybe you can adjust the ratios of like, all right,
Yeah.
a little too many mythics,
I
maybe.
want it. I obviously want it to be attainable. Like it needs to be fun because like if it's one of those things where it takes 2 years to do, no one's gonna do it.
Yeah,
But
that's
you want a bit of fun of that hunt,
hmm
to find it all.
no, 100%. Like you said, it's
Mhm.
like because like the what you're looking at, and again, I'm not saying that cost wise, it's like okay, I bought 5 boxes, I didn't complete my. It's not like that completed the 150 for me, but at the same time, it's like I only left me a couple to be honest, and I know you have alt arts and all these things, so it's like there's different unique ways you guys could go about making it where it's like still makes it a little harder. Like I said, some people I know they would love more alt arts, and I think that's one way is just if you just put a couple, more alt arts in there, and then
But
it's
you'll
like,
you'll you'll see why there's the zero cards coming up. So
oh, wow, all right, and there's like actually something to the zero cards. Is
yep,
it? Ooh, okay,
yep. Heard it here
gotcha.
first. WWB.
Wow,
Yep,
He's dropping bombs on us. What?
yep.
Okay,
There's a reason for
zeros.
them.
So now you're saying I need to collect them. I think I'm missing the shapeshifter and one other one, but yeah, I
Yeah,
got
yeah. Good luck. I think I have two out of all the packs that I've bought. I have two.
two zeros.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's
Yeah.
bad.
I actually
I have
got pretty
awful pull luck though.
I got pretty good on the variants. Like I said, that was something
Mm,
I hit a lot of villain variants and things. So yeah, no,
nice.
I think it's fun. Again, I mean, me and Billy already had this talk. It's just I'm someone who's like I don't want to see too many. Like it's not like I want 4 versions of a car. Like I don't. It's like I think it's cool if it's like story driven. Again, I know you guys have the lore and all the stuff. It's like if it's a story driven reason, I think that's really cool. Obviously the
Mm.
more about it. But yeah. Uh,
Yeah, the alt art was just fun. Um, gave people some more stuff to chase.
oh yeah.
But the zero cards have a purpose.
Okay. Well, I can't wait now. See, that's the kind of stuff you're giving me like Easter eggs where it's like, okay, there's more to it. You guys are always so good with your little sneak peeks and all your stuff. So I can't wait to.
Um, do you do you remember the old lore videos that we had?
I mean, I
That
remember trying to watch them and then got to a point where I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. I
it
actually
was
started
yeah,
just
yeah.
reading. I just read the text to be honest with you for most
Yep.
of it.
So yeah, so they oh god. Yeah, so that's being fixed. It's going to be condensed down into 3 sagas right now instead of like tons of chapters. We're condensing it down. It's going to be sagas. However, like the full actual chapters are going to be available. But we do have like an actual like videos coming out. We obviously cut all the AI because that was back when we had no money.
Hey,
Um,
You got to
So there
start
was
somewhere.
that. We cut all that.
At some point,
so
I want the director's cut where you guys give us it all back. We still need it in the archive somewhere for the ward. Don't worry, it's got to exist somewhere. No, anyway,
But yeah, people are gonna like it. It looks awesome.
Oh no, I can't wait. Like you said, yeah, it's always something. Like
People will actually want to watch the lore videos now.
yeah, hey, but that's the thing. Is like I'll admit I'm a competitive. I'm not too much in the lore. Like I said, like I'll still watch it. Like if you got animated, if you got any of that stuff, I'll watch that stuff too. So it's like you guys do really good in that department and just all those things promoting your guys' game. We should move forward though. So Iron Range Sports Card Store the 19th at 1 p.m. Again, is that crack pack. So if you want to make it out to that, make sure you sign up, register. You got a couple days now. So register, show up, open some packs, decide what you want to, what packs you want to play with, and hopefully hit the cards you're looking for. But I will be there, so come beat me. I'll be excited to play you guys for sure. Moving on though, we have the Midwest Gaming Classic. And so this is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and this is on the 25th of
it's last
24th, 25th, and 26th. I think it's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If I'm not mistaken. And so this pretty big gaming event. I mean, I in their poster, I'm pretty sure they said that they are the number one gaming, I don't know, whatever convention.
It wouldn't surprise me. It was the first. So we went there 2 years ago. We didn't go there last year. But we did decide to come back again. The first year it was insane. Like we thought we were like, oh, this is the convention, like where we were at. There was 3 levels of it.
Huge.
And then there was a whole another area where there were like 2 levels of just all video games. But it wasn't like video games for sale. It was like people just brought tons of consoles, like homemade consoles, like consoles that people pieced together with scraps that would play old school retro video games. And you can just play for free. You can just go there and you can just play video games.
It's kind of crazy. Like that whole venue was actually just used as space, though. I think that's crazy because usually most places you go, it's like they don't need all the space, but it's like it's just
this place filled everything.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Talking about the video games quick. If you are a kid and you want to play Super Smash Bros. Against Joe and I, bring your tissues because you will cry.
Okay, Super Smash Bros. You guys tag teaming. All right, no.
Oh, dude, the last time we went, there were some kids. It was super funny. There were some kids there, and they were like, they were playing Super Smash Bros. And they're talking trash and all this stuff. And Joe and I are like, hey, you guys mind if we like play? And yeah, I think probably about 5 minutes into it, 2 of them were crying and they were all mad and like, you guys are cheating, and it's like, no, we just have played this game twice as long as you've been alive.
Well, that's that too, but also it's just one of those things. Like what we had to do as kids was we had to sit in our basements and grind. You'd be grinding and you're playing. That's all you got to play. There wasn't anything else to play.
You remember how to unlock Mewtwo?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you just had to let it.
200 hours.
Yeah,
played.
you just had to, or just let it sit. I remember me and my brother.
We
just let it. We just kept it on. We went to school for a couple days and came back. We're like, all right, let's beat Mewtwo. Let's get this guy. But like you said though, that's what you had to do though. You sat on a game and grinded forever. But like right nowadays, my kids, they all just play they have so many games now at their disposal. It's like you can pick up any game for 2 seconds and then put it down and pick up it's like we didn't have that. You had to play the game you had. And it's like
I remember when walking onto a battlefield wearing full Hayabusa armor meant something.
Exactly. No, but that's just it. It's like it's crazy to think now. It's like that gaming generation that we had. It's like, unfortunately, I don't think our kids will be able to like replicate that. So it's like it's kind of cool, like you said. It's like trying to capture that little bit. Like as we're playing Ward with my kids, it's like, oh yeah, these are like references to these things, and my kids are like, well, what's that? And I'm like, this is awesome. Now I get to explain why Dad is such a nerd to you guys. And then...
Dad lore, ready for dad lore?
No, exactly. But no, it sounds like a really cool convention. Like I know a lot of fun people in the gaming community. So if you are from like the nerdy gaming community, I don't see why you wouldn't want to come to this convention. And obviously the Ward staff will have their own booth there, and there are some pretty sick promo cards.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna bring it up. I knew it was burning. It was hurting you. I could see it.
Oh, it's hurting me. I know. I
That's
have
what's
to.
up.
I do have to say. My understanding of promo cards, I think I want to make them not feel exclusive. I want them to be where a lot of
All right,
people.
so
He's like cut them off.
hold
Well,
on.
can I
Okay,
just
so
can I just preface the
you
ward
you
the
can finish.
ward
Okay.
the ward staff before last season when you would go to any tournament, they would have their little table out and they'd have all the promo cards, and you could pick one when you got there. And unfortunately we're in a tough time, and that's okay. I'm a competitor. I like to win my stuff too, so it doesn't just get handed to me. So but now I will say it's a lot harder to get your hands on promos. But now Marty is going to convince us on why it's important that we all struggle like Marty does looking for his legacy cards. All right, Marty.
Okay, so you are obviously from the Midwest. You are from local area. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let's take you versus David Mann or Alec Kermit. Okay.
All right.
All right. You guys not from around here. Harry, you've had the opportunity to get every single promo card there is. Everything.
Mhm.
Without fail. Show up, get a promo card. This, that, other thing. You always have the availability to get a promo card. By us giving con exclusive cards to only certain areas, now those guys are getting exclusive availability to those cards. So Alec Kermit and David Mann, they're gonna have to like buy and trade and do all this kind of stuff to get all these cards that are really only available to the old players, the core players, from the area. If we're doing this for those people out of the area, they now have trade bait for all you guys to try and get other stuff, and they're getting a reward for just going to the convention, because we want people to start going to more conventions, and it'll just make it, to me, more fair. None of the promos are going to be insane. None of the promos are going to be completely broken.
This
But
is where I might
fun.
debate with you there, Marty. But all
It'll be
right,
fun.
continue.
You guys also are gonna have. We're gonna have Twin Cities Con. We're gonna have Excalibur Con.
Right.
If we're doing con exclusives,
I know.
Gotta be-
I
gotta be
understand
fair
this
to
is now becoming a ward thing. Like you said, you guys like to do your exclusive cards for cons, and I really I'm with you. I'll be honest. I'm with you totally on board. I'm like, okay, yes, give these guys something to trade to us collectors. I have no problem trading for cards. Like you said, this is something Casey always preaches to me too. He says it's a trading card game. You should have to trade for your cards. And, it's like you don't need, not everything has to be given to you. And I totally agree with that. I will when you tell me they're not busted and broken. This is where I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather have you guys go to conventions and give out those you win the game cards like you're gonna be doing for Ward Bowl at conventions for all those kids, because I think again casuals love that kind of stuff. The casuals are like, look at this cool card, or like the crack pack card. If you just were giving out crack pack, you get an extra attack damage for this card. I think those are beautiful casual cards. Now, when you have a card that lets you search your deck, and again, I love birds. Don't get me wrong. Your guys' bird theme, you keep that up. I love birds.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find
Oh,
where someone posted those cards. I'm trying to find it here. Was that in the Ward channel in Discord?
I had to pull it off of Facebook. I pulled it up. Yep. But what I am gonna say, I love the bird theme. I think some of these cards are pretty strong and have pretty unique effects. A bird, an owl card that searches for an owl out of your deck that you don't need to really trade another creature for. See, at first I thought it was, you trade a creature for this card, and I was like, okay, that's not too bad because you still have to have a creature when it's summoned. But the fact that it's just any card, I don't know, man. I think these cards are pretty strong, and no shot at Joe, but why does all of his creatures have to have 12 speed and be like over like 4/4 stats? Like, I don't know.
Because it's an owl, and apparently owls are the best.
Yeah, that's fine. Owls can be the best, but like I said, I think when you only make 100 copies of these cards, and again, I get it. It's supposed to be a limited time offer thing. I think it feels a little bad, and you know what? I get where you're coming from. and I'm sure a lot of these people will trade it away. I just do have the concern of a lot of people will take these cards and then they'll be like, oh yeah, this is really cool, and then they'll go home, and then like you said, they don't always end up in our Discord or in our community, and then it's like, okay, now it's like this is a cool card that everyone wants to collect, and it's like there's only 100 of these, so it's like the value of these cards are already just being inflated because of these, restrictions.
Well,
So,
I mean, and think of Pokemon when we were kids. Okay, all those first edition Shadowless Charizards, blah blah blah. Mine's gone.
yeah,
Right? There are so many kids. When you do a trading card game and you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have people that's like casual playing. They're gonna open those packs sometimes and go like, they could open a booster pack and get like a Chris Freeman, right? And they're gonna look at it like, okay, and then like put it aside and whatever, like give it to their kids, and the kids are chewing on it or something, like. And then there's collectors out there who are like, oh my god, oh, what are you doing? But that's the name of the game.
that's fair.
It's just
I hear what you're saying. I think if Pokemon started today, I think it looks a lot different than it did back. Like you're saying, back then people didn't have ways of explaining how valuable things were, right? But it's like now as
well,
more.
I mean, really though, when Pokemon started with those original Charizards, we didn't know back then how expensive they were. No one did.
Exactly. But
Up until they're like their restructure back in like the early 2010s.
no, exactly.
Those cards are worthless.
No, and I hear you there, but I think at this point now in the history of just trading card games in general, Ward is sitting in a unique spot where you have all these things that have came before you. So it's like people have built these communities, these collections, these things like Magic, where it's like, okay, people know the value of Magic cards. This inherently just inflates your guys' trading card game. Like, again, it's like all things rise because of the values of things. Again, we don't really fully have like a market for cards yet in Wards like that. I would say that's like a perfect, like, okay, this is what the value of this is.
Yeah.
This is what and that's fine. Like you said, we're at a small stage, but I do think people already understand the value of, okay, these things have how limited they are, and so people obviously put the value to them. And again, it's your guys' game. At the end of the day, I'm just a voice. I'm just a voice shouting out, trying to convince you guys to make the game in the way I want to see it. And you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? It's like I totally get it. It doesn't need to be that way. I don't mind. At the end of the day, if I don't have one of these cards, I'm gonna do my darndest to get a hold of one of these cards. And yeah, maybe I do trade away a ton of stuff because they will be valuable to people. And so it's like, yeah. It is what it is. So you know what? I respect it. I respect your response. I might disagree with it, but that is what it is. So
So I was looking here at Night Owl, and I'm trying to be like, well, how is this broke? So there's looking for an owl in its name, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's all you're doing. Just summon. You can place a card from your hand into your deck, right? So you got to do a trade off.
Yeah.
And then you can search for something with an owl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Tamer, common card, Generation 1.
Does what
you can search for your deck. You don't need to do any trade-off, and you can just grab a dragon.
See, I think the card's fine. I just think that the stats very strong.
Oh yeah, the 4/4 is always
Yeah, again, you're competing.
Yeah, you're always gonna hit it, but he's gonna be hitting you like a truck.
You're competing with like the way. Again, I know it's a promo, so it's really hard to be like, how do you judge what a promo is? Again, for me, if I could make Ward promos, and not that I'm a good card creator, but you guys like making a cool card around a deck. And again, this kind of does be like, okay, this theme is owls, like I always like to bring up God Killer Brox. I think that's probably the best promo. No offense, I'm sorry, it's not yours, Marty. Best promo made. And and again, it's because you can build a fun, cool, unique deck based around that card. And I think if that's more of the aim for promos, it's not let's make the strongest card, but it's that. And again, I'm not saying this owl card is the strongest card, but it just has crazy stats. It is a very good card on its own, and it also just inherently like makes this deck, better. Again, like you're saying, yes, maybe you don't always get a great amount of value out of it, but it's more consistent than a lot of other things where you're just like, searching for something and you're like, oh, I need to find this. And I just think the stats, a 4/4 just beating you down early is kind of scary.
A 4/4
with 12 speed,
same as Undead Dragon. So
yes, which is a sack, which is an AL11 sack creature. So it's like I get where you're putting the vibe with it, but I don't know. it's like you're making a Raccoon Knight. Again, you're gonna hit the Raccoon Knight every time, but this Raccoon Knight has 50 HP and he's just as fast as an assassin. So it's like I don't know. That's where I think it's like maybe the card's just a little too strong. But again,
Well, you'll also only be running into about 50 of these in the wild.
no, and that's fair, right?
And
Like,
have half that for people who are going to still play. You would bring it with put inside deck. So half that. So you'll have a chance to go up against 25 of them out of the thousands of people who are playing.
That's fair. I just want to throw it out there and maybe plant the seed in your brain. But it's like going forward, just have promos have some goofy, crazy effect that just like again, it doesn't have to be like
Or more monkey duck.
yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't need to warp. It doesn't have to warp the mechanics of Ward, right, to like make it a cool promo. Like don't get me wrong, Arcturus, crazy cool card. I really like it. I mean Tyler will never. He's so happy you made that card. I'm gonna say that right now. I wish he was on here so he could.
I was very excited for the Generation 3 promos. I'm like, I'm doing this because I'm not affected by dot. You can't hit me with ignite. Apocalypse doesn't do anything. You can't use your because what really pushed it was when Tyler and Adam played with that Steam Deck and just destroyed me with those goddamn lightning strikes.
Those doubles really scarred you. You guys thought you were gonna have so much fun playing at that Yuletime brawl and doubles.
God, it was horrible.
I'm telling you, you gotta be careful.
I'm like, nah, I'm making something that the only way you can get me is if you actually get me.
Yeah, that's fair. No, and for some reason I thought Arcturus was a sack creature, and the Tyler's like, no, he's AL6. I was like, all right, well that card is kind of insane for an AL6. But again, I get
he's easy to hit, but you gotta hit him.
No, that's totally fair. And like you said, just in general, it's not just that though. It's like assassins can only do their base stat. Like creatures can only do base stats. No matter how many equipments you put on him and make him try to do tons of damage, it's like he only takes their base stats. So it's like, yeah, I like it. I definitely like the cool design of the card. And again, at the end of the day, I'll play Ward no matter what kind of promos you throw in this game, as long as they're not just like, you win the game,
What if we make a card that is, you win the game if your name is Harry, but then we don't give it to you?
That's like I said, I'm not too worried about that. I love that you guys have that. Like I said, I think that would make some kids' day if you made these for the next con. Was just like you win, whatever the stipulation you want to make for it to be fun. If you have a shirt from this con, you win the game. You know what I mean? So when they go to that con, if they get the T-shirt, now your card makes it so they win every Ward game they ever play. You know what I mean? That's fun.
I wish that I would have known, or I guess more remembered, about the Ronald McDonald House thing for the weekend, because I would have done like a Ronald McDonald card and just like something.
Hey, I don't think they're stopping that anytime soon. I'm pretty sure next year.
If you have a pop tab in your pocket, you can throw it at the table and win the game.
Exactly, but that's the thing. Next year, you guys can definitely do it. Hey, write it down. That's good stuff. But you see what I'm saying? It's nice that we get to talk about this because, like I said, at the end of the day, I know it comes off like I'm just like anti promo card, and I just like am not happy with it. But it's like that's not the case. I would love to have these conversations. I just want to know, like, is there a way that we can make these things feel good and like doesn't affect the game in too crazy of a way? And I guess that's just kind of where I see the promos.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The one where you guys' podcast a couple weeks ago when it was all three of you, and the guys were getting on you about your hatred for the promo cards.
They got to. Someone's got to.
But like the only people that are really going to be playing with those cards are going to be the people that are in the Ward Bowl, and they're going to know what the card is, and they're not going to ask what it is. And outside of the Ward Bowl, you're probably not going to play against too many people. You're probably not going to put that into a deck unless you're doing it just to be a dick.
Well, like you said, I liked your mentality. Like, and again, this was kind of a point I made on that episode too. Is just it does feel a little casual focus, which it's like, again, I'm not saying that it's not. Like, I like it. I don't mind. Like I said, I like that you're going to be giving these cards to a group of people that aren't, maybe some of them are super big Ward fans. I don't know. But either way, it's this little region. They get to get all these cards, and then it's like, okay, now this will help them want to, meet us and have an interaction with us, which is like, okay, again, I talked about this to Tristan on the last one too. It's like, people that get to meet me, it's like I will, bleed the passion of Ward out on everyone that I meet. It's like you don't know how many people I meet in my day that it's just like, oh, do you play good card games or are you a nerd? It's like, okay, would you be interested in getting into Ward? And then they're just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I'm like, it's made by these people that live right next door to all of us here. Like it's awesome, It's like I try my best to just promote it, and so it's like, yeah. I see what you're saying, and I think this is a cool way to get a lot of people that like, it's like, okay, I want to know how, like, that's a lot of times people come into the Discord and they're like, I want to know how valuable this card is or whatever, right? They have this card and they're just like, what is this? Or like the zeros, like when you were talking about alt arts, it's like, they're like, what does that mean? And they're like, how value? And you're just like, well, at least this gets them to talk to the community, right? They join the community just to figure out that question, and from there, now they could be lifelong Ward fans and stuff. And yeah, no, I like it. Like at the end of the day, I want it to spread. I think most times you guys have a good read on these things. It's not, and I agree. I just do care for the collectors, the people that, like I said, you're right. There are those people that are going to want to get their hands on these cards. But either way, oh, yeah. Midwest Gaming Classic. I don't want to suck up this whole episode about just the promo cards, like you said. I think we covered it very well. But Midwest Classic or Gaming Classic, April 25th and the 26th. Make sure if you can make it out there. Sounds like go on Saturday though if you want to get one of these promo cards, because they're first. Each. From what I'm told, they're first come, first serve. So you know what? I'll repeat that. So don't mess around. Get there on Saturday. be ready to rock and roll, because
open. Rush the booth.
Yeah, because if it sells out like Gen 3, holy moly, you better hurry up, because people are buying up Ward like crazy. So they'll be gone before you know it.
I'm really happy that so we have Midwest Gaming Classic coming up at the end of this month, and then we have Gen Con at the end of July. So thank God, because we'll actually have all our product in line.
For Gen Con.
We did not expect to be sold out of Gen 3 in a month. That was insane. That was insane.
Yeah, I mean, good problem to have, right? It's like
oh yeah, good problem to have, but now I hate being out of stock.
Oh, I know, just that feeling of like, oh my, like there's probably like 40 people waiting. They're just like trying to get into Ward now, and they're just like, where's the game?
They can't. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I wish I had more for you.
That's fair, but at the same time, you can say, hey, here's all the LSGs. Like, where are you located? All right, here's all these ones. Go and meet these. Go meet these stores, and they'll have our product.
I've got two that I need to call. Two of them that I need to call tomorrow. Double check on. So,
oh man,
Laconia and Shakopee.
Marty, you're supposed to be relaxing on this podcast while I just ask questions. You just don't. We don't. The world doesn't exist. The world doesn't exist outside of here. All right. Right now, it's just me and you and the podcast. All right. We don't worry about that stuff. All right. But anyway, so yeah. So the Midwest Classic, and as Marty just brought up, Gen Con will be coming in July. All right. Is that what you just said?
July. I just put it in the calendar. Hang on. July 30th to August 2nd.
Yep. So July to August. Again, Ward Bowl will be coming before this in June. So this will be after Ward Bowl. So it's still a little ways out. But Gen Con, another big con where a big gathering of the nerds and their convention, and Ward staff, we'll love to see you there, and that is in Indianapolis. Yep. So make sure you make your way out to there. I know I sounded very confident when I said that, so yep. Make sure you make your way out to Indianapolis and go to Gen Con, and the Ward staff will be there. Will you guys be handing out any other exclusive promos at Gen Con?
Probably.
Maybe. All right. More secrets, but I'm sure we'll get them when we get there. So Gen Con coming. I mean, I just I hit Ward Bowl. I mean, how are you feeling? The second what is this, third season now? I guess is like kind of coming to an end.
Third official, I guess technical season. Right. Second of the Ward Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, exactly. But again,
first season we were just trying to figure out if people were even going to like this game. So.
And it turned out they did, and so now we're on to the second.
Somehow.
second
They love
annual.
us.
I get to start saying this, like, second annual Ward Bowl is coming
Right.
up, and it's coming up quick. I mean, we're almost done with April and May and then
Yeah,
June.
don't remind me. Holy
Yeah, I'm
crap.
sorry. Cut 2 months away, and we're trying to give people as many ways to play. This is probably where I do our WWB plug of
Yeah,
the
do
month.
it.
So yeah, so our tournament that we have, speaking of ranked tournaments, is WWB Cyberhagen April Cup. This is an online, untapped tournament that is ranked again, like I said, so it affects your rankings for Ward Bowl. So if you are looking to get some of those sick promo cards that I was being rude about earlier, but they are still super cool to collect, even if everybody gets to be a winner on them. Sign up for this tournament. It has $500 of prizes, $400 for the first place, so $100 goes to second place, and then the third place gets 5 boosters of Gen 3. So some pretty hefty prizes. I call it high stakes. $20 buy-in for people, so you have to Venmo or PayPal me $20. Or Billy or any of our WWB staff members. But I have all those links in the Discord. I have it on a Facebook page. Also, you have to have a 30-card physical copy of your deck. So you have to own all 30 cards that you're going to be using. I need a picture of that. The fee date is April 20th at 10 p.m. So April 20th, you have to have your fee in by to play. And then also your deck pictures have to be in by the 24th of April at 10 p.m. So the day before the tournament, I need to have your official what deck you are running. Like I said, 30 cards. They have to be follow all the standard rules of Ward tournaments. You have to have the limited ban list. Make sure you know what cards are on there. If you don't know what cards are on the limited ban list, go on to the Ward website. That's the best place. They have all that stuff on there for you to search and look. So again, make sure you check the limited list. Make sure that you have all your cards ready to go. And yeah, again, make sure that even if you have the old copies of the Gen 1, Gen 2 that we will be using, the updated versions of those cards. So make sure you know how those work. And again, it's a pretty heavily, like I said, like a ref tournament. Obviously, there's money, quite a significant amount of money on the line for people. One of the bigger Ward events, and especially, like I said, for an online, we're really trying to push to get as many people into this tournament as we can. I noticed a lot of people said they wanted to get in on online tournaments. We're giving you the opportunity. So please, like I said, come join us. And again, unfortunately, this is also on April 25th. So as the Midwest Classic Gaming Classic is going on, we will be throwing on this tournament. So again, if you can't make it out to that, but you want to stay at home and you have other obligations, but you got time, definitely register and join in. So again, $20 physical copy, and then also post your name that you have in the Ward. If you're already on the ranked Ward page, make sure that you use that name so we can get those all your ranked rankings, I guess, in for that. But yeah, there we go. What do you think, Marty? You like these online tournaments?
I love the online tournaments. I haven't been able to jump on a lot of them, but I've liked the ones that I have been able to. Even though that I do absolutely atrocious on your guys' leagues. So
I don't know. I think you guys have fun with it though. That's the thing.
it's a blast. I love doing it, and I like that you guys do a bunch of different variations
with the leagues
Yep.
specifically. Yeah. Billy really likes, like, that was the first thing he said too with the league. He's like, I just love that everyone gets to try out all these different ways of playing Ward. And I was like, yeah. Honestly,
it's not just the same game, because I play a lot. I'm testing, I'm demoing, I'm doing all the fact that it's like, oh, this time we can only do common cute cuddly creatures or something like that. It's like, sweet. I get to build a deck.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, that's fun.
Can I piggyback on your plug quick?
You can definitely.
Okay, so for Ward wide broadcast watchers, viewers, listeners, I have here a list of the people who won the packs from the last time that I was on here. I'm still waiting on John. Blame him.
Yes, blame John.
To sign the packs so I can get you the staff pack of Generation 3. Like these are the first ones that we got. Like they're like the first one. So, for Globe News, we have HoboChicken. From the Crow, I have Michael Martin 4273. For the out of area winner, Adam Hammer 6989. And from Iron Range Sports Cards, I have Tempest Stormwind 17. I will get these over to Harry so he can put them in the description for the video. So if you see your name on there, you've won. You need to reach out to me so I can figure out how to send these to you when John finally signs them.
So first, congratulations. Second, we're gonna hold Marty. Marty is in ward jail. Don't worry, we'll keep him captive until he reaches our demands to give out these
Trust
packs.
me, every day that I wake up and I look at those packs sitting on my gun safe, I go, I gotta get those out.
Now we're gonna hold you. I got you. So yep, Marty will send me those names. I'll reach out. We'll try our very hardest to get a hold of those people, and so that Marty can get those packs out to you guys. So
right, I know. I didn't even plan like a giveaway or anything this time because I still feel so bad. I still haven't sent them out from the last one.
That's all right. Just your presence gives everything we all need, Marty. Don't you worry. But
hey,
no,
you know what? I think I already have your guys' like first and third most viewed videos. So hey, you know what? If this one can take fourth, I'll be happy.
Hey, you're doing great. You're running the top of the WWB. Don't worry about it. But real quick, I do want to touch back on Ward Bowl real quick. All right, I'm gonna try to get a hold of all of the staff members and ask them who is your dark horse and well, first, who is the person you think is gonna win? I'll say top 3. You get to pick 3 people right now that currently are gonna be in the Ward Bowl. But I want the first one you pick, or one of them that you pick, you gotta kind of do the 3 order. Is first who you think is gonna win. Second, who is like the second, who you think runner-up will be, and then third, well, who's your dark horse that like you think might steal it away? I'm putting you on the spot.
I'd have to look at like the rankings that Billy keeps on posting up right now.
There you go. Yeah.
So I know for sure that who am I betting on right now? We have who I'm thinking is going to win.
Yep. Your first place, your runner up, and then who is your dark horse who you think might steal it away from them.
Right. So you won it last year. So I'm going to put you as runner up. So someone's going to gun for you. They're watching what you're doing right now.
Someone's
they're watching
sniping me out.
They're watching you. God, for first place, probably Lenrod has been doing really, really well. He's been making a lot of corrections to kind of how he plays, and I've been watching him kind of evolve through the rankings and through the tournaments of kind of how he's playing. However, Chris Fruit is also like
he's locked in.
He's really good.
Yeah,
the dude knows how to win.
He locks in.
He is. I mean, as of 3:30:26, he's at the bottom of the War and Honor. He's just there. But I mean, I can definitely see him bumping up there, especially with a bunch of the tournaments that are coming up here. Peyton's doing really well.
Ooh. I was curious if you were gonna touch any of the big top games. I don't think you've really gotten to play or really talk to them too much. So yeah,
not a ton. But I definitely, because Peyton, I think he's like, bruh, in the Discord.
Yep, we had him on here, Peyton Fisher. Yep, he's from Big Top Games. In Georgia. Yeah,
he's doing really well. So honestly, if I was gonna pick a first place person, it's a coin flip for me right now between Chris Fruit and Peyton.
Okay.
Because I think both of them are so adaptable with how they play. Our last year first place champion is going to have a lot of trouble with them because they're watching you and they know your strat. So, and then my dark horse.
No, tell them the real reason, Marty. It's because you nerfed Elkanos. That's the only reason I ain't gonna win this year. I'm blaming you.
Hey man, we gave you more birds, okay?
Yeah. All right. Get
your hands on a night owl.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I see how it is. All right.
But my dark horse is gonna be Michelle.
Ooh, okay, Michelle. Yeah. If anyone else deserves to win, it's another Elkanos player. That's all I gotta say. So you're right. If I don't win, it's Michelle. You're right. That's mine.
All right,
That's
if
mine.
Michelle shows up with an Alkanos deck, I change my answer to Jeremy.
Oh my, yeah. If anyone shows up with an Elkanos deck, yeah, you better all hope
Yeah,
you
loser.
you better all hope you put a mistletoe in your deck. That's all I gotta say.
Mistletoe and streetlights.
Yeah,
That's
you guys are all gonna be sad when you forgot about Elkanos. That's all I gotta say. Awesome.
But yeah, that's kind of my.
No,
That's what I think.
I like it. Like I said, I plan to ask all the staff since they won't be. You guys can't be in the tournament, so it would be a little weird if I asked Billy or Tyler because it's like, well, they're probably gonna be in the tournament, and I hope they would say themselves. So I know I had a segment for just us where I was like, oh, we all just talk about who our dark horses and all these things are, but I think it's more fun to do the ward staff's dark horses and things because I think you guys are all gonna get to view and witness it, and so it'll be fun. But yeah, no, I really think it will be a fun competition. Like you said, I think there are a lot of people that have definitely
this year's going to be
up.
a huge tournament. Yeah, because we have the Ward Bowl, and then we have the not Ward Bowl Junior Pack Crack tournament. I'm just giving you crap. Ward Bowl Junior is fine.
Ward Bowl Junior.
Ward Bowl Junior going on at the same time. And then we got a lot of stuff going on. Talking to catering. We're gonna be having it in the same place that we did last year.
Yep. Rise of the podcast afterwards.
Rise of the podcast. Shout out to them. They're letting us use their space. And they've updated their space a ton. So that's gonna be. Yeah, they've done a lot of work on it. It looks really, really good.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
No, like I said, it'll be a fun event. I mean, like I said, I kind of just wrapping up what I would say is like season 3. I mean, how are you feeling? Like I said, just like okay, everything's kind of getting to that point again where it's like, ooh.
I'm very excited. This is me though. I'm a workaholic. I'm very excited to start working on Gen 4.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's your happy place.
To sit down with the Gen 4 cards, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, because the War Bowl is kind of like we watch everything that happens in War Bowl and goes, okay, now what do we need to add into Gen 4?
Gotcha. That's fair.
I mean, that's not a secret. I mean, that's what every single game company is doing. Okay, what do people do? What can we add to the next generation?
Yeah, no, I'm still excited to see. We haven't really seen much mixed play. I mean, there has been a couple mixed tournaments. I know, like I said, down in Georgia.
I know. I'm really hoping that the next generation drop and the next Ward Bowl, there's gonna be more time for a combo.
Well, like I said, honestly at this point, I've been back and forth on that thought of just like, oh, how fast do I want all this stuff to come out, and I really don't. I am someone who believes that it's like I like card games with the counterplay. I think you guys have tons of cool, unique things that already exist in Ward that people haven't fully like discovered. They haven't put tons of time into. Like you said, there has been some pretty standout decks. I mean, obviously some people like Tyler with the Maniac and things, but it's like at this point, I think there's still tons of stuff to discover and just kind of see. What I want to see is how the game, like I said, Gen 3 is getting you guys closer to like what you want your game to really be. And with the remastered, I think I want to try to play the game in that state rather than it feel like I said, I think Gen 1 really like took over and was like pretty strong. And like, again, I'm curious if there is more stuff that we have to do to kind of like get the game more in a state where it's like, okay, these are, like you said, the problematic childs of Gen 1 are kind of out of the way now, and now it's like, okay, what does the game look like? And I'm very excited for that, I guess I should say, even before Gen 4. I get what you're saying. Gen 4 will always be exciting, but I'm not someone who always is like, we need new product to make it fun. I think there's still tons of stuff.
So to answer your previous question, like how long would like feel good about single to mix? War Bowl's typically going to be June. June. We haven't had a July, but it'll probably be around June or July always. Right. I would like to have like in my perfect world, new generation would drop like for me right before Christmas or right in January. New
Okay.
generation would drop.
Start the new
And
year
then
out right. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And then probably 2 months of tournaments only being the new generation, and then the next 4 months would then be mixed play. So you have that little bit to just kind of mess around with what you got, and then you got 4 months to mix everything up and build your deck and get all the bugs out of it, and then show up to Ward Bowl ready to go.
No, I love that. And like you said, in that time too, I just want, I know you guys were on another podcast. I'm blanking on the name. What is it?
Idiotic perspective.
Idiotic perspectives, and like I said, I want more content creators. As much as people might think I want to be like the Ward guy, it's like, hey, I want 7, 8, 9 Ward guys that are all doing their own thing. Like
If I could get on the Midwest Legends podcast too, I'd be pumped. Those guys have just been like dodging us. It's the one done by the guy that Nicolay Law. He has a podcast now.
Gotcha.
And he's had like the You Betcha guy and all those dudes on there, and I'm like, dude, come on.
It's your guys. It's your guys'
You want
turn.
Midwest Legends? Hello.
No, and that's fair. And like I said, like I said, I'm a little spoiled. I want more content creators. I want more people putting on, online tournaments. Like I said, a lot of these things is like, it's what I'm promoting. It's like, I do want to get to a space where it's like, I'm in contact with somebody who's down in Texas that's throwing on war tournaments that, it's like they're doing the online scene there. And then there's somebody over on the East Coast, just like every area. It's like, I have a bunch of people that it's like, all right, we have this whole system. And again, that kind of gets us to the Ward Bowl. It's like everything culminates and gets there. So again, that's maybe my big Ward dreams that we're waiting on yet. But like you said, it's one step at a time. It's this Ward Bowl I'm excited for. Like you said, you guys are going to be cracking out Gen 4, and me and Billy, like you said, putting on more leagues. That's also something we definitely, like you said, really like doing, and I think it just keeps people interested. It has a reason to be like, again, play your cards, have fun, enjoy Ward, and at the end of the day, at home too, just like you guys always say, it's like, have fun, find goofy ways to play or fun ways to play the game with all your friends.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not going to kick the door in and yell at you for not playing the right way. No one plays Uno the right way. Just Uno came out and said you're not playing it right, and basically the community's like, you're wrong.
Yep, too bad.
I don't care. As long as you're having fun, I don't care.
No, exactly. Billy would make sure that I ask you. All right, is there anything you could spoil to us, maybe as we end off on this episode?
Oh, spoilers.
Oh,
God.
Billy loves the spoilers. I would hate to not give him something.
I mean, I know
boss battles.
There might be some new boss battles.
Team fights. There were some things we were talking about.
If you're like in the 150 club, you might have gotten to see some artwork from some things that might be some new bosses coming out.
Wow, so now you're saying it's a good thing all these Cabal War Chiefs are running around so everyone can start being the 150. Yeah. Another reason.
So there's the there might be some bosses showing up. Might be really fun bosses. So old bosses might also be getting a facelift and being brought back.
This might not be finalized for you guys. Are you planning on doing like a boss set like every year or two potentially? Like it's like, all right, here's 5.
Kind of. The boss set 1 it sold well. I think a big problem again was just how the cards looked. And how they look now is not going to be that problem. We're giving, like I said, the bosses are getting a facelift, so it's going to be, and it's not an Ozempic facelift. It's going to look good.
Yeah, there we go. Marty approved. Marty won't just be a repair bear. He's also going to he's doing facelifts.
Gosh, I don't know, the convention promos. You guys kind of already know about that. I know we have. You got our promos. Yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, we kind of keep everything right now kind of above table. It's not a ton. We're kind of in that little transition period where we're taking some downtime, and we're going to be kicking into high gear here probably within the next month.
Gotcha. No, for sure. I mean, I guess for
I was
me,
gonna say with yawning.
no, hey, yeah, you're like Tyler. I'll have to start putting you in the yawn category. Don't worry. I guess one more thing for me at least, with just like competitive ward is again, do you guys feel like you're gonna be throwing on more tournaments, or do you feel like it's like we want to let the community kind of
We
just be the ones throwing on the
what we
tournaments?
what we would like is for LGSs to just start running their own tournaments once a month. That is once a month, and from what Hobbytown saw, like they're selling crazy amounts. You're like making crazy money having a tournament once a month.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, that's awesome that they're.
we'll still happily do tournaments for like new stores. If you're a newer store, you've done a tournament, maybe 2 tournaments. Yeah, sure, we can help to try and like run it or host it. Obviously, we all have jobs. Well, I mean, me not right now, but hopefully Monday. Um, so um, there is a limit to how far we can travel to host a tournament. But
Right.
if you're in the area or you want to learn, jump on a Discord call with us. Whatever you want us to do, we'll help. We'll help host a tournament. But yeah, we want LGSs just to because we have the retailer portal on our website now, and you can just go in there and you can just request a tournament date. Just shoot us an email when you want the date. Well, you've done it now, I think, or at least you've requested a tournament.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
you just let us know time, date, where, how, and then if
Right.
you need prize support or not.
No, exactly.
Prize support. That's just that's something we're working on.
Oh, okay. Like I said,
Like actual like tournament stuff.
okay, yeah, no. As somebody who throws on tournaments, we definitely need to have a talk about that. Maybe not on the podcast, but afterwards,
Yeah.
Marty. We
Oh
can.
yeah, no. So
But hey, no, I mean, like I said, I appreciate that you're communicating that support for all these LSGs and all these people who are, it's like, okay, you guys got Gen 3 now, throw on Gen 3 tournaments, have fun with it. And like Marty's saying, it's like, again, I'm assuming most things will go, like you said, it maybe people want to throw on their own kind of versions of it, but it's like, I would say it's not like, it's like, oh, there's too many like rules, I would say, that you got to like follow at
yeah,
this
yeah. I
moment.
mean,
So.
I know a lot of places obviously do pack racks because that's how LGS is going to make the most money. Um, but yeah, I mean, if people want to do, if they want to try, if they want to try the ladder match style, I'd love to see someone actually do a ladder match style tournament. That'd be super fun for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess
I'd like to
I was thinking
see.
just more like, if you're an LSG and you don't know all the rules to Ward, it's don't feel like you can't throw on the tournament. I guess was more sorry. And I know what you mean
Oh
too, Marty. It's like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
something as well. Obviously, yes, if you want to make fun and unique styles, I'm just saying like don't get too caught up in like, oh, the rules need to be perfect. I mean, again, a lot of these things will get ironed out. If you are in the Discord, obviously there's a lot of ton of information for
yeah.
rulings and things in there too. So, but like I said, I guess in general, like we're all trying to promote the game. We want it to grow. I don't want to take your spotlight. You could probably be saying this, Marty, but again, it's one of those things where you have fun with the game. That's like that's the ultimate goal. So it's like the ward staff will support that every time. Have fun with the game. So
Absolutely. We're here to watch our baby grow, really. So,
heck yeah.
and
All
we
right.
will do that any way possible.
Well, with that, Marty, I think we're gonna wrap up. Thank you for coming on episode 60. So episode 70, you said Q. So now it's official. Just kidding.
Q. Q.
Q on.
If you're watching this, you're probably not because you're probably watching a murder show.
Wow.
You're on the next one.
Yeah, if you're not watching murder shows, you're watching the Ward podcast.
Yeah.
All right, but with that, guys, have a good night and a good week.